the 2022 Westside Reggae Festival on Saturday, July 30th at IVE Concert Park in Danbury, Connecticut, featuring Harris Royally.
And she's wrong.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. The best music. For your listening pleasure.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nereid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
This is Glacia, and you're listening to the resplendent, resourceful, beautiful, brilliant, innovative, informative, and entertaining Lady D, the one and only. Lady D, Inside the Zone, on Linkage Radio, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Linkage Radio, Lady D, Inside the Zone. Inside the Zone.
Whether you drive, sail, or fly, Westgate Resorts in Orlando, Florida hits the spot every time for your perfect getaway with family and friends. So why not give the Caribbean islands a break? Keep your money in your pocket, starting as low as $99. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath is spacious and has a picturesque lake view. Enjoy exquisite dining, the water park, and children's activities. Get rejuvenated. Book your trip today. Call now and save 1-800-610-0459. That's 1-800-610-0459 on account number 513-402-95073. Once again, 513-402-95073. Westgate Resorts.
Direct from Los Angeles comes Port Chicago 50, a play about black sailors who stood up for justice and equality in 1944. They're heroes, lives that matter. Audiences around the nation are calling this critically acclaimed stage play unbelievable, historic, entertaining, and exciting. Port Chicago 50 opens Friday, July 15th, and performs Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at Soho Playhouse. Tickets are available online at sohoplayhouse.com.
Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday already. Yeah. Our athletes have once again pivoted on the track. And we're so excited. I'm so excited. I've been tuning in to the Peacock app, courtesy of NBC. And watching everything going on. The track and field, man. And yes, we're excited. At least for those of us who are so inclined, to be tuned in to the World Championships over there in Oregon. Tracktown USA is hosting more than 1,900 athletes competing at Hayward Field for one of the world's biggest international sporting events from July 15 through to the 24th. I hope you've been watching. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting show called Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Broadcast on Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM. Touch FM Radio 90.1. Good evening to you. And Inside the Zone with Lady D on the YouTube channel. CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. Welcome to Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. The show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereida Avenue in the Bronx, and Victoria Mutual Building Society, 300 Cadman Plaza West, 1 Pierpont Plaza, Brooklyn, New York, 11201. Inside the Zone is a culture-centric radio program that connects the Jamaican diaspora and international audiences globally. The show's content captures its people's social, cultural, and collective views on issues that affect their communities: family, health, finance, education, immigration, housing, food security, and more. On Monday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Linkage Radio in Mount Vernon, New York, your budding and buzzing station. 24/7, 365 days for the year. We're broadcasting on linkageradio.com and on the TuneIn app. Coming up, our inspirational zone, we get our praise on. With great gospel music followed by News Zone, a rebroadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. In Music Zone, it's a continuation of the Road to Jamaica 60 feature. In Mail Zone, your emails are my priority. From the headline, we're dating the same man. And that's mother and daughter. Long story. We're dating the same man. 29 minutes after 6 o'clock. Don't forget to check out my hashtags for the show. Hashtag ITZ Center Stage. Hashtag Host Lady D. Hashtag ITZ Radio. Hashtag Entertainment. Hashtag Music. Hashtag Jamaican Lady D, or as I love to say, Jamaican Lady D. Yeah, email me insidethezone@gmail.com. insidethezone@gmail.com. A very special hi to Mr. Hines and Al and the team. And hey to Bets and I. Oh, Lord, Betty, I hear some tune dropping. I'm like, Lord, listen to that. Betty and I coming from a long way, I tell you, and I'm very proud of Bet. Very, very proud of her. Yes, she's on a mission and she knows what she loves and she's doing it. And that's what it's all about. This indicates growth. If we're not growing and just, following other people, as we would say, follow back a people, then we don't have a dream of our own. So I'm very proud of you, Beth. It's 6:30 p.m. The show is on time, on target. Welcome to Inspirational Zone. We get our praise on. Won't he do it? Yes, God will, can, always. Doing what he does best.
K-Classic. Everybody stopping my shine. They try to break me, try to take me out, but I got Jesus on my side. So bad I thought it would die, but ain't no power stronger than the one that came and laid down his life. And I got mountains to climb, but the enemy can't stop me, cause there's a calling on my life. So when I'm crying, don't last too long, cause he gon' step in and make it alright. Won't he do it? He said he would. Fight your battles for you, they gon' wonder how you sleep at night. Won't he do it? Yes he will. Anybody tell you something different, you know that's a lie. You gon' look back and be so amazed how it turned out, it's only his grace. Won't he do it? He said he would. So I trust him at all times. I'm about to lose it again. I'm about to let him know where I'm from. Don't take me there again. I just call on Jesus, my friend. Get me back in line one more time, cause he's always listening. Ain't nobody perfect, everybody's hurting. Need your whisper, Lord, save me from my weaknesses, cause you're always on time. Come and get your breakthrough, cause I'm gon' get mine. Won't he do it? He said he would. Fight your battles for you, they gon' wonder how you sleep at night. Won't he do it? Yes he will. Anybody tell you something different, you know that's a lie. You gon' look back and be so amazed how it turned out, it's only his grace. Won't he do it? He said he would. So I trust him at all times. You see what the enemy planned for my downfall turned out to be the greatest victory of my life. Cause when it comes at you fast and hard, there's only one that could come and make it right. So ain't no need for stressing and crying, cause he gon' show up just like he did the last time. And the last time, and the last time, I know. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yeah. He said he would. Fight your battles for you, they gon' wonder how you sleep at night. Won't he do it? Yes he will. Yes he will. Anybody tell you something different, you know that's a lie. You gon' look back and be so amazed how it turned out, it's only his grace. Won't he do it? He said he would. So I trust him at all times. Won't he do it? He said he would. So I trust him at all times. Won't he do it? Yes he will. So I trust him at all times. Won't he do it? I know he will. So I trust him at all times. Won't he do it? He said he will. So I trust him at all times.
That's what I'm talking about. Won't he do it? He always does. It's Inspirational Zone right here on Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Hello, everyone. Good evening to my YouTubers. Hi, how are you? And those of you on 101.7, 104.5, 90.1, CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. Touch FM Radio, everyone. I'd like to say hello. Come on in. Let's have a great Thursday evening this evening. Of course, as you know, we are on the road to Jamaica 60. That's what I've coined. That's my phrase for celebration, the pre-celebratory events going on all over the globe. Everywhere you go, people are talking about Jamaica 60. And there is an event in progress, or it will be starting in a few minutes at the Medgar Evers College. And you'll be hearing more about that. But I can tell you that in all of the horrific events that are happening around the world, we're here, we're alive, and I am grateful. I'm never going to say anything else but that I'm alive at this moment in time. And thank you, Lord. I ain't saying nothing more to you about that, but just telling you thanks that you have spared my life and those who are here in this world today. I'd like to welcome those of you who are celebrating your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, somebody. Happy birthday to you, you, and you. It's your wedding anniversary. Email me your anniversary date inside the zone nyc@gmail.com and I'll mention it for you, not to mention your birthday. You all don't want me to mention your birthday and your wedding anniversary, or if a baby was born in your family? Come on now, why? I'd like to hear from you. So don't forget, at 7 o'clock we have Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority, and it's an interesting email that I got centered around, Mail Zone this evening. As always, as usual, as a part of the programming, I do have News Zone, a rebroadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. Welcome everyone, 6:36 p.m. Set your watches and your clocks.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, July 21, 2022. Local farmers can now benefit from up to $1 billion in loans through a new Development Bank of Jamaica, DBJ program. The Agribiz Loans and Scholarship Program, which was launched on Tuesday, is being delivered by the DBJ in partnership with the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Micro, small, and medium-sized farmers will be able to access concessional loans of up to $30 million at a 8.75% interest rate for up to 10 years. The program will also provide training in finance as well as technical assistance through a partnership with the Agro Investment Corporation, AIC.
The launch of the Agribusiness Loan and Scholarship is the type of investment that Jamaica needs. It's the type of investment that the sector needs if we are to boost food security.
Meanwhile, Jamaica's agricultural output and food security are expected to be boosted with the declaration of the Rio Cobre and Mid-Clarendon as irrigation areas. The declaration will increase access to irrigation water for communities such as Old Harbour, Bernard Lodge, and Heartlands in St. Catherine, as well as Rhymesbury, Vernamfield, and Mitchelltown in Clarendon. The orders were tabled during Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives by Agriculture and Fisheries Minister Pernell Charles Jr.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, we have set out the following objectives under the program: agricultural production, productivity, and food security. A, to increase agricultural production by at least 15% to meet domestic export and manufacturing input demand by 2025.
Jamaica is now in receipt of $1.05 billion to support its climate resilience, poverty reduction, and livelihood protection programs. The funds, which stretch over a 5-year period, are being spent under a project dubbed A Jamaican Path from Hills to Ocean. It is jointly financed by the European Union, Global Climate Change Alliance Plus, and the Government of Jamaica. The project aims to sustain the island's watersheds, coastlines, marine and land resources while empowering Jamaicans to protect the environment. This will be done through the implementation of integrated landscape and coastal management interventions in vulnerable watershed areas, such as the Wagwater River in St. Mary, Rio Nuevo and White River in St. Anne, and Rio Bueno in Trelawney. Also targeted are wetland ecosystems in Trelawney, St. Anne, St. Catherine, and Clarendon. At Tuesday's launch, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Senator Matthew Samuda, reiterated the importance of environmental protection to sustainable economic growth.
This project is critical. It'll touch approximately 46% of your population in some way, shape, or form. Its impact will be felt by those who don't even know that it exists. We are in the throes of climate change. It is not future-proofing. It is about survival today. It is about creating the base of our economic prosperity today. Because the climate has changed and the weather patterns have already changed.
Government is moving forward with the introduction of electronic warrants for motorists with outstanding tickets. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck made the announcement during his contribution to the debate on the Transport Authority Amendment Bill, which was passed in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. The legislation will help to bring into effect the new Road Traffic Act.
You have some indisciplined and lawless motorists who feel that these tickets can be ignored. Because, Madam Speaker, more than half of them don't pay. The government need to respond to ensure that when the police the roads and issue tickets, that they are complied with because, Madam Speaker, we need discipline and order on the roads.
Minister Chuck says over the last 5 years, the police have issued more than 500,000 tickets annually, with an average of 282,000 of these ending up in court and fewer than 70,000 paid. He points out that when the provisions of the Road Traffic Acts come into effect, it will be compulsory for motorists to pay their tickets before they can renew their driver's licenses. The continued revitalization of downtown Kingston has received a significant boost. That's due in part to Tuesday's opening of the Rock Hotel on the corner of King Street and Ocean Boulevard on the Kingston waterfront. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has welcomed the hotel, saying it will bring more income to people's pockets while returning social and economic activity to downtown Kingston. The Prime Minister adds that the development aligns with government's plans for the area, which are taking shape. Among them is the recent completion of revetment works along Port Royal Street to support a boardwalk, the opening of the new Foreign Affairs building, and striking a deal with the World Bank to fund a master plan for downtown Kingston. The new Houses of Parliament building, construction of residential developments, as well as the replacement of the sewer system are also in train.
To others who are listening, who are considering investing in downtown Kingston, now is the time to do it. The government is a strong and determined partner in the development of downtown Kingston.
The Rock Hotel is a 4-star, 12-story building that will also house residential units. It was developed through a partnership involving Pan Jam Investments and Hilton Tapestry Collection. And finally, honorary patron of the Cecil Cooper Foundation, Juliet Holness, has donated $200,000 to be given as bursaries to students at the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. Mrs. Holness, who made the donation at the recently held Cecil Cooper Foundation Closing Cocktail Award ceremony, also presented a $450,000 scholarship to final-year student at the institution, Maurice Hibbert. During the ceremony, Mrs. Holness also awarded bursaries valued at $50,000 each to 3 students: Shania Chantalle from the School of Drama, Reneto Fuller from the School of Visual Arts, and the 3rd student studying Artist Management, Alyssa Salmon.
Too many people do not understand or appreciate the contribution of those who have engaged in the arts. And Jamaica 60 is the time to have more and more of us as Jamaicans understand.
The Cecil Cooper Foundation Scholarship was launched in June to assist students at the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts finance their studies. Annually, several art students will be awarded bursaries and scholarships from the foundation. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
A rebroadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. How do? Hello everyone, good evening to you. 6:44 p.m. It's Inside the Zone with Lady D Denise Gomez. What's the feature called of the program today? Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And I'm connecting with my YouTubers. They're seeing me up close and personal. Don't forget our telephone number is 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. It's nice to see Pat and Ryan and Sharon's. Hey guys, and there are perhaps 2 other persons who I don't see. I'm not seeing them, but they're there. So hi to you and you. Let's get into some music for my feature coming up in Jamaica Road to Jamaica 60.
With God, we are stronger. We will not go under. It's our time to shine.
The journey we've been on as a young independent nation, we've been through some tough situation, but we never stay down for long. Are we them Jamaican? And we are strong. We've experienced some. Strong Jamaican. The journey we've been on
strong.
Listen me. Striving for better, heading to the top.
Strong, now we growing, now we not look back.
Now make crime wipe, we off them up.
Strong, now we growing, now we not look back.
Yeah, come together and the violence will stop.
Strong, now we growing, now we not look back.
What me say? Future bright, the whole world see that.
Strong, now we growing, now we not look back.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Please deliver us from corruption. We are strong, strong Jamaicans. Out of many, one in your name, and the gates of hell shall not prevail. We are strong, strong Jamaicans.
Jamaica will under God increase in beauty, fellowship and prosperity, advancing the whole human race. Investors will increase, students will stand up, athletes will arise. Peace and love, justice for all.
As a young independent nation, we've been through some tough situations. But we never stay down for long, long. Are we them Jamaican? And we are strong, 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 strong.
Oh yeah.
And we are strong, strong Jamaican.
Stronger than ever.
And we are strong, 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 strong.
Jamaica's strong.
And we are strong, strong Jamaican.
Don't you ever give up.
And we are strong, 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 strong.
We are the
And we are strong, strong Jamaican. And we are strong, strong.
Yeah, and we're strong. Are you feeling strong? People say, Lady D, you know, you do features all over the world, but I know you love Jamaica. I do love Jamaica.
We will not go under.
I was born in Jamaica.
It's our time to shine.
I was born in Jamaica. Naturally, I'm going to be doing features representing my country. So, as we are on the road to Jamaica 60, we are, yes, that's the plan. I thought I should just feature our Jamaican flag. How much do you know about the Jamaican flag? I remember a long, long time, like when I just started the radio program. And, no, I would have been a little more seasoned, but in the earlier days. And we were talking about the flag. And someone was so disgruntled about what people use the flag for and what it shouldn't be used for. And then another person had said that, you know, if you have the flag and it kind of get old and tattered, you're supposed to burn it. A lady called livid. If it's burned, we intend to burn down our country. And, you know, really, you can keep the flag, just keep it. It becomes tattered, torn, just leave it. You really don't burn your flag. I mean, you see people burn flags out of vengeance for some reason, but you really shouldn't burn your nation's flag. You should just keep it. Let it wear out its time. So the Jamaican flag was unfurled and hoisted for the first time as the dramatic hour of midnight on August 5, 1962, as the British flag was being lowered, signaling the dawn of Jamaica's political independence from Britain, present-day United Kingdom, after over 300 years under British rule. Now the design, we all love the flag, don't we? Following a national flag design competition in 1961, which failed to yield a winning model, a bipartisan committee of the Jamaica House of Representatives in early 1962, let me turn around this way for my viewing audience, designed the Jamaican flag in time for the Independence Day celebrations on August 6, 1962. The emblem has a diagonal cross or saltire with 4 triangles in juxtaposition. The cross is in gold, and the width of each of its bend arms is 1/6 of the length of the flag. The top and bottom triangles are in green, and the hoist and fly triangles are in black. It follows the Admiralty pattern, and the width to length ratio of the flag is 12, or 1 of 2.
Yes. Symbolism. The sun shineth, the land is green, and the people are strong and creative, as the song says, and is a symbol of the colors of the flag. Black depicts the strength and creativity of the people, gold, the natural beauty of the sunlight, and the wealth of the country, and green signifies hope and agricultural resources. Now, the code for the use of the flag. The flag is to be regarded as a sacred emblem of the nation, to be paid due reverence and devotion by all its citizens. The flag should never be allowed to touch the ground or floor. The flag should not be flown or used for purely decorative purposes or on anything that is for temporary use and likely to be discarded, except on state occasions. Official sanction should be obtained from the office of the Prime Minister prior to using the image or representation of the national flag. So you shouldn't just use it just because. It should never have placed on it any mark, insignia, letter, word, number, figure, or drawing of any kind. The flag should never be smaller than any other flag flown at the same time. When the flag becomes worn, dilapidated, is torn, or no longer suitable, where is this? Okay, it should, where am I? When the flag becomes worn, dilapidated, or is torn, or no longer suitable for display, it should be destroyed in a dignified manner. No other flag should be placed above or to the right of the Jamaican flag except at foreign embassies, consulates, and missions. Except at foreign embassies, consulates, and missions, no foreign flags may be flown publicly unless the flag of Jamaica is also flown. The flag, when carried in procession with another flag or flags, should be on the marching right, or if there is a line of flags in front of the center of that line. The flag should not be draped over vehicles as we see them do, of any sort except on military, police, and state occasions. The flag should not be used as an embellishment on any object, nor should it be used as a decorative patches or adornments on clothing, headgear, etc. And we do that. The flag should be flown in or near every polling station on election day. That's a given. The flag should be flown at half-mast as a sign of official mourning when so declared by the office of the Prime Minister for a period determined by that office. The half-mast position is approximately the hoist or width short side of the flag below the peak of the flagpole and not halfway down. The flag, when flown at half-mast, should be first hoisted to the peak of an instant and then lowered slowly to the half-mast position. It should be again raised to the peak before it is lowered. During the ceremony of hoisting or lowering the flag, or when the flag is passing in a parade or in a review, all persons should face the flag and stand at attention. Men should remove their hats. Persons in uniform should salute. This is one part of the protocol that sometimes we fall over flat. People are walking about, pulling out a chair. If the flag is being raised and the anthem is being sung or played, people just all over the place walking. That's one part of it we don't get right yet. The private use of the flag. The flag may be flown on private buildings and on national and state occasions, and should always be flown on any private building on the occasion of official visits by the Governor General and the Prime Minister. The flag should be flown at the official residence of the Prime Minister when he is in residence. The flag should be flown on the Governor General's and Prime Minister's cars. Okay? Now, government property. All government-owned ships, defense craft, and lighthouses should fly the flag. All government-owned aircraft, rail, and motor vehicles should bear a representation of the flag.
All merchant ships of Jamaican registration should fly the flag. Now, on public buildings, the flag should be flown on all government and municipal buildings and offices, on or near the main administrative building. It is recommended that, if possible, each day it should be lowered at sundown and raised at 8 a.m. Now, for schools, the flag should be flown on all government-aided schools when school is in session. At the beginning and end of each term, there should be a special flag raising and lowering ceremony. I don't know if that is still practice. The national pledge for schools should be recited on such occasions. It would be appropriate for any school to have a special flag-raising ceremony on the anniversary of independence. All youth camps, clubs, and institutions for young people should fit similar ceremonies into their schedules. Now, color specifications. The Pantone colors of the flag are as follows. Black, Pantone Black Sea, gold, and I mean, you can go back and read all of this up because it really doesn't mean anything to you at the moment. So that's the flag. I'm still on my road to Jamaica 60, and you know, the coat of arms. Many of us know that is just two people who don't have on any top. Lord, I had done Fast Facts one time and was having some question and answer segments. Right, this show has gone through many challenges, you know, and some responses I got, and I had to say, you know, when we really don't know, we don't know. Ignorance is something else. It is 2 minutes to 7 o'clock. So quickly about the coat of arms. The Jamaican national motto is "Out of many one people." At least we know that, based on the population's multiracial roots, right? I come from whatever background you come from, you know, all of us mix up kind of thing. The motto is represented on the coat of arms, showing a male and female member of the Taino tribe standing on either side of a shield which bears a red cross with 5 golden pineapples. The crest shows a Jamaican crocodile mounted on the royal helmet of the British monarchy and mantling. Okay, so that's the coat of arms for you. And I'll be getting over to the Aki in a bit, but you stay with me. I'm going to hop on over to Mail Zone, and then in my 7:30 feature, I'll be back with On the Road to Jamaica 60. So that's pretty much the show today, and we'll be talking so much more. My name is Denise. What's your name?
We will not go under. It's our time to shine.
Time has gone by so quickly, but this was a part of the JCDC Gospel Festival Song Competition in 2018, believe it or not. This was the choir from Escarpment Road, New Testament Church of God choir, and I thought they did so well, but you know, there were others that were better, so they didn't win that year, but you know, I think they're pretty good. What do you think? I think so. Good evening, YouTubers. Good evening to everyone. My name is Denise Gomez. Don't forget the show is brought to you by...
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant, located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx. We specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
And don't forget, the show is also brought to you by Victoria Mutual Building Society. And don't forget, you can always reach out and say, hey, I hear that Victoria Mutual has some great offers for us. Now, as you know, they're located at 300 Cadman Plaza West in Brooklyn, New York. And someone recently asked me, how come they're all the way down there? So
And I'm like, I don't know, but they're there and they're doing pretty well there. And, they're just a telephone call away. Also, another of my avid listeners had reached out to me because, there's someone she knows who needs the services of Victoria Mutual, but they want to know if they're situated anywhere else other than Brooklyn. They're willing to do Zoom meetings with you if you can't make it. So I am going to be giving you rather that information, so you don't have to stress so much. They will accommodate you, that much I know. Right now it's 2 minutes after 7 o'clock. So much more I have to provide in terms of information, courtesy of Victoria Mutual Building Society, and I thank them for joining the sponsorship crew here of the show Inside the Zone with Lady D Denise Gomez. 2 minutes now after 7 o'clock. It's now time for Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority, and you know me, once I introduce the letter and we start talking, the show is on a roll. That's it. 914-600-4228. Don't delay.
Always brand new. Right from the jump, we had a hunch that we had everything. Perfect combination. Love plus you and me.
Perfect combination. Sometimes the combination fall off. The link broke. Something happened, boy, I tell you. Let's check the mailbox. Alrighty, we're jumping in our mailbox right now because it's time for Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. Don't forget, you can email me inside the zone nyc@gmail.com. Share your story. It might sound way out, but that's your story. I believe that the more we share, Saturday morning runnings, I tell you, we've been sharing some things about ourselves because it's important. If you're going to host something, you need to filter yourself in it. And so I hope that those of you who are listening this evening, take the number down and call me and share your comments. These people, when they write to us, they want to hear us, they're listening. And a lady had sent me a note one time and said, I heard how hard they come down on me because I felt my husband wasn't paying me enough attention and all kinds of stuff. But she says, I heard the voices of the people and I had to go, reassess, reevaluate, along with, comments, she says, responses that she gets from her family and thing about relationship with her husband. So while they're sharing, don't think it's so way out there. It's not. It's people's story. Here is a story this evening. Dear Lady D, I am in a situation and I don't know how to handle it. Last December, I went to Jamaica to get over the stress of COVID. Hold on. Okay. All right. Sorry. Last December, I went to Jamaica to get over the stress of handling COVID patients. I am a nurse and needed a break. I stayed at a resort and had the time of my life. While there, I met all kinds of people, especially one man. We met on the beach and clicked instantly. We spent our time together and it was worth every moment. On my return to the States, we talked a lot on the phone and agreed we would start a relationship. I was so excited I shared the good news with my friends and family. A few days after, my mother sent me a note. She shared how lonely she was since my father passed away 4 years ago and was encouraged by a friend to try a dating app. She did and told me she met a nice but younger man. I told her there was no need for her to worry about that. She said she would share the good news with my older siblings. My mother and I are very close, and I share intimate details with her often. 2 weeks ago, she texted me and told me her new beau is coming to see her while on his business trip. She's preparing for his arrival, and I see the change in her. She's happy and talkative. Lady D, here is the situation I mentioned earlier. On the day of their date, she met him at a restaurant. While there, she decided to take a picture of him and send it to me. At first, I could not see him properly, so I texted back and asked her to try another angle. When she did, I dropped the phone instantly. Lady D, the person I was staring at was my boyfriend. There he was smooching on my mother. I just couldn't. I was so disturbed by the whole thing. Right away, I started to text her and then held myself back. I just couldn't do it. When I saw how happy she was, I could not text her in that moment to tell her that that the man she's sitting next to is actually the man I met in Jamaica. So what I did, I texted him and asked him how his day was and what he was doing. His quick reply was, "I'll text you back, honey. I'm in a meeting." I burst out into tears, then laughter. I guess I was in shock. I couldn't believe such a terrible coincidence had come into our lives. When my mom got home, she called me and shared her good news, and I had to pretend so she would not hear the devastation in my voice. That night, I broke the news to her, and she was so hurt and disappointed, but glad I told her. We both called him via conference call and laced him good and proper. At first, when I called him, he quickly answered the phone and said, "Honey, how was your day?" And so I was in meeting, the same old story he had told me earlier. My mother was silent on the end of the line. And then I said to him, "Who were you at dinner with?" I heard silence. I said, "Hello, hello." Nothing. Then my mother popped in and said, "You lying brute, you. How could you?" And we hung up the phone at that time. As of today, Lady D, I don't hear a word out of him. Lord have mercy, help us, help us. No, sir. You may call me. Tell me what you think. 914-600-4228. I want to hear from you. Let's talk this evening. Because some weird things happen, you know. Weird. It's weird and it's real. And it just make you just say, how can people? So when he met the daughter, it just so ironic. Because he met her. They're going on with their thing. And then he's on a dating app. And so happened that is her mother he's chatting up with, to the point where he comes to look for her mother here. Because he claimed him come on business trip. Can you figure that? No, sir. I need to talk to somebody. Somebody need to talk to me. Can you call me, please? 914. And I don't have a please call me show. You know that. So call me right away and I'll be moving on. 914-600-4228. It's 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is Inside the Zone. I'm in the segment Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. Let me hear from you. What say you on this interesting letter? Let's hear. I have a first caller who I would like to talk to. Good evening. How are you? No, sir, King. You ever hear anything like this here yet? Mm-hmm.
I know that they should do, Lady D.
Mm?
I know that they should do. The lady should have come and go for her mother and tell him to show up. And when he show up, they throw a whole bucket of water.
I know. With him out. Some men are really just out there rude and just do everything wrong. And while the good ones are...
Rude is decent. No, lady. This is no rude. This a man a real, as I talk about man a dog, this a really what about dog.
I'm telling you. Oh, dear. He's out there, man.
They should have beat it.
I know.
The mother, the daughter never do a better thing.
Mm-hmm.
They should have beat him.
Can you imagine that? Out of order. And saying about, honey, I'll have to call you back. I'm in a meeting.
No, he wasn't a meeting.
The time he's there sweeting up the girl mother, unknowingly to both of them, but, he's there, come up and do stuff. That's,
Them should have find him in the street, and the two of them should have bring him down in the street. They should have
and give him a whipping.
And show up and gate. And cuss him and make the whole town know who he be.
Out of order. So from that was the end of that, because there was no need to do anything else. Can you imagine when he heard both of them on the phone?
Yes, sir. That was a good one. The daughter and the mother never chose a better outcome for you.
When he heard them both on the phone, he couldn't say a word. Silence. Silence. Out of order.
It should be a case, Lady D. The daughter link up with the mother and tell her what they go on and invite him over for dinner.
Man, and let him he would have heart attack. Maybe they would have had a funeral on their hands. So, it better than do it by phone.
No, all they have to do, the two of them got to do the same time and say, which one are we?
No, we would not be asking, which one are we? Just show up together. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Ryan.
That was a good one.
Thank you, Kim.
Okay, my love.
All righty, blessings. Out of order, brute. Good evening, how are you? Mail Zone, how you do?
I missed everything because I get a call.
Lord, man, Hortense, man. You must let people not call you at that time.
I saw a call, man. We over yonder day.
Okay, so all right. I'll give you it in a bite-sized piece. So here is this young woman. She went to Jamaica for vacation, met a man down there. She come back to the States and they're talking on the phone and sweeting up, right? And decide they're going to date one another. Then now, her mother a friend told her mother, because the mother's husband died 4 years ago, a friend told the mother that, since you're so lonely and you want to get back out there, go on a dating app. She go on the app and meet this younger guy, and she told her daughter about him and stuff. Him come up to the States now, same have business meeting, so he decide to meet up with the mom. And while the mother is there now, the mother take a picture of him, send to her daughter, but the daughter couldn't see him properly. So the girl asked her to send another picture. When the picture come in, guess what, Hortense? Is the same man. Same man. So
the same man where he meet in Jamaica.
It's the same one on the dating app that the mother meet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So of course, she wanted to text her mother and say, Mom is the same man, but she said, let she not spoil the evening. So when the mother got home that night, the poor girl in shock. When the mother got home that night, the mother called, because they don't live in the same house. The mother called, sharing how she had a great time. The poor girl had to finally break the sad news to her mother. So, but what the girl did when the mother sent the note is text him. The girlfriend texted him, and said, how are you? Where are you? How was your day? Him text back. He texts back to that time he's with the mother. He texts back the girl now, the daughter, to say, honey, I'm in a meeting. I'll call you back. Lord Jesus, I tell you. So finally, Hortense, let's cut the story short. Finally, after the daughter break the news to the mom, they decide to do a conference call and call him. So the girlfriend call him, and a talk and stuff, and then the same old lie, how he was in meeting. So then the mother just come in and talk, and he nearly wet up himself. They don't hear a sound out of him. So that was the end of that. They just hung up, and that was the end of him with his lying self. So that's pretty much it. What would you have done, Hortense? What would you have done?
They should have took him with one bucket of ice water.
Well, you and Ryan on the same page. Ryan said the same thing. Ryan said the same thing, that they should have thrown water on him. Lordy Jesus, can you figure?
What a liar, man.
Lied. Yeah. These things,
out there,
I'm telling you.
Out there.
Oh, yeah. Out there indeed is right. But you good, my Hortense?
But I am the other day. With the news, with Donald Lee. Nobody did nothing.
No, not yet.
Again.
No, they don't find her yet. The policewoman has, retained the services of an attorney, and there was a news going out there saying that she didn't want to give any statement and stuff, but her attorney says no. She refused to speak to the police or anything until she had an attorney present. But the investigation is still underway and everything. We just have to pray that she show up. That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
I hear that them see garbage truck.
So they're here. So we hear, but we don't know if that is true. I sometimes don't even like to get fed into that. I don't know. So I hear. So I hear.
Yes, I hear that going around.
Yes.
I hope so.
Yes, I hope we find her. Nice to hear you, my Hortense. Blessings.
Okay.
All right, my darling. Blessings. That's my Hortense for you, a news clipper that, I'm still on the road to Jamaica 60 at 7:30. Hey, everyone. Sometimes I don't like to come and deal with the heaviness of the news. It just ache me at times. Though I have to present it to you, a little light moment sometimes helps, man. So, of course, DL sent me a note. I was aware of it, but forgot it was today. So I thank DL for keeping me in the know. So DL sent me a note to says that Mr. Golding, Bruce Golding, and his entourage, they are at Medgar Evers College. I guess there's going to be some kind of a forum going on there. So, I'll get the scoop at some point in time. But, it's all about Jamaica 60. How you all really think about Jamaica in 60 years? What that really, really, really means? Truly. Tell me. Anyway, if you have a comment on the mail zone, you may call me 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. I'm here to take your call. I'll be switching gears in 10 minutes. So if you would like to get in your comment now about this unfortunate two-timing man, you can call me. 914-600-4228. Good evening, everyone. My name is Denise Gomez, aka Lady D. Jep Powell gave me that name years ago, First time he met me when he was going to tutor me on the whole operations. He asked me my name. I said Denise Gomez. He said, "Oh Lord, that sound too big, man. Too much." He says, "I'm going to call you Lady D." And that was it. And I never changed it. I simply added my name. For good reasons, because there are a lot of Lady D's I gather around. But I'm Denise Gomez. 914-600-4228. Don't forget we're on the TuneIn app, Linkage Radio, linkageradio.com. Log on to my channel, Inside the Zone with Lady D. Hey to my viewing audience.
So deep inside we share a feeling that's so rare, so sweet, just knowing that we are a special pair.
Right on time, we're two of a kind, and heaven knows this love will grow stronger every day.
Perfect combination, love plus you and me. Perfect combination, we couldn't ask for any better. Perfect combination, we fit to a T. A perfect combination, with all it takes to last forever. Together, we can conquer any mountain.
Oh, baby,
Just as long as we're together. 'Cause as one, we are an endless fountain, overflowing with love. Perfect love, perfect combination.
Pulling the curtain down on Male Zone. I thank Hortense and, of course, King Ryan for participating, and to you for listening. Things happen in life, and the mails keep coming. Email me insidethezonelyc@gmail.com. insidethezonelyc@gmail.com. Do you know someone who has a story? I'd like to hear from them. Yeah, perfect combination. That's a wrap for Mail Zone this evening. Your emails are my priority. Hello, everyone. Good evening to you. Of course, you know, again, we're still on the road to Jamaica 60. So I featured the Jamaican flag. All right? All the protocols centered around the flag, the do's and don'ts. And now I'm jumping over to the ackee. Did you know that the ackee, some people can't eat ackee? They break out into rash, or there's just this thing that they just can't eat the ackee, or it makes some people throw up. Yes, they throw up, they vomit. Some people can't manage ackee at all. Some people eat it very frequently, a whole lot. Some will say, oh, you shouldn't eat ackee so often. In Jamaica, do anybody tell you that? Because once the ackee ready, you eat. Ackee available, you go on market, if it's even one handful. You're buying your ackee, you carry home your little saltfish, and you're eating it. So all of the Jamaican flag, the coat of arms, the ackee, the Dr. Bird, the lignum vitae, the blue maho, the symbols are a part of our Jamaica 60. And I want to keep that foundational aspect here on the show grounded, because no matter what you have achieved in life, as long as you were born and raised in Jamaica, and years later or shortly after birth, it don't matter, you were sent somewhere else to live, you know, outside of the country, then you need to remember, go back to these things and not say, oh, that was when me little and dear primary school. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. We need to hold our culture, which includes music, food, right? The way we talk. or administrative roles in life, in government, everything make up our culture. And we need to hold them dear to us. So let's talk about the Ackee, man, the Ackee. Carry me Ackee, go all instead market, not a quatty what sell, is a line in the popular Jamaican folk song Linstead Market. And as children, many of us remember how we would be in folk groups and they dress us up as children in our bandana, and we had our basket on our heads and we swinging from side to side, right? Singing up a storm. Half of we never even go to a Linstead Market. We don't even know where Linstead is as children. But we were singing and it meant something to us. So it's a popular Jamaican folk song, Linstead Market. Ackee, or the Blegia sapida, is the national fruit. Okay, let me do this before I get in trouble. Okay, is the national fruit of Jamaica as well as a component of the dish. Okay. I'm sorry about that. It's a component of the dish. Ackee and codfish, or ackee and saltfish, whichever one you want to use interchangeably. Although the ackee is not indigenous to Jamaica, it has remarkable historic associations. Originally, it was imported to the island from where? Where ackee come from? I need to know. Give me a call. Where ackee originated? Give me a call, 914-600-4228. So I'm going to leave that part out. Probably on a slave ship, right? Now it grows here luxuriantly, meaning Jamaica producing large quantities of edible fruit each year. The ackee grows up to 15.24 meters, that's 50 feet, under favorable conditions. It bears large red and yellow fruit, 7.5 to 10 centimeters, which is 3 to 4 inches long. When ripe, these fruits burst into sections, revealing shiny black round seeds on top of a yellow aril, which is partially edible. You good with that, everybody? I think so too. Right? Okay. There are two main types of ackee identified by the color of the aril. That with a soft yellow aril is known as butter. I know some people like butter ackee, and butter and cheese is hard and cream colored. I prefer the cheese one. The butter one, I can't eat it at all, and some people don't realize that you can just boil it out. So hello, you might as just do it as a paste like butter on bread. Ackee contains a poison, hypoglycin, which is dissipated when it is properly harvested and cooked. The fruit should not be gathered until the pods open naturally. In addition, the aril must be properly cleaned of red fiber and the cooking water discarded. Please don't drink it. I'm just kidding, but you never know. Now, the meaning in the name. Ackee is derived from the original name Ankai, which comes from Twi language of Ghana. The botanical name of the fruit, Blegia sapida, was given in honor of Captain William Bligh of Mutiny on the Bounty fame, who in 1793 took plants of the fruit from Jamaica to England. But hello, that's not where it come from. You want to tell me? I'm still waiting on somebody to call me. Captain Bligh also brought the first breadfruit to Jamaica. Before this, the ackee was unknown to science. In 1778, Dr. Thomas Clark, one of the earliest propagators of the tree, introduced it to the eastern parishes. Uses. Jamaica is the only place where the fruit is widely eaten. However, Good evening to you.
I think it's West Africa.
Yes, man. You know I know King, you just bright, so. Of course. It is West Africa. Thank you, Ryan. Okay. Alrighty, yes, it's from West Africa. All right, we were on the meaning. So Captain Bligh also brought the first breadfruit to Jamaica. Before this, the ackee was unknown to science. In 1778, Dr. Thomas Clark, one of the earliest propagators of the tree, introduced it to the eastern parishes. Okay? Now, uses. Jamaica is the only place where the fruit is widely eaten. However, it has been introduced in most of the other Caribbean islands, for example, Trinidad, Grenada, Antigua, and Barbados, Central America, and Florida, where it is known by different names and does not thrive in economic quantities. Jamaican canned ackee is now exported and sold in markets patronized by expatriate Jamaicans. So yes, a lot of us buy the ackee in the can. There's a particular brand I like. Not Grace. Sorry. I don't like that one. So, ackee is a very delicious fruit, and when boiled and cooked with seasoning and saltfish or salt pork, it is considered one of Jamaica's greatest delicacies. And I think when it's properly prepared with everything proportionately in it, you know, it nice. If it too much of something, I like it peppery because I'm a pepper fan. But if too much pepper, it can spoil the taste. I don't like when it having a whole heap of ackee and you can't find the saltfish. They just sprinkle because they don't have enough. Don't cook it. I can't eat it with this whole heap of ackee. I like it when a lot of the saltfish is in it. Not too salty either. You know what I mean? So, we all have something, right? Back to music. On the road to Jamaica 60. I'm featuring the Jamaican symbols. I have done the Jamaican flag, and now I just did the ackee. And the Dr. Bird coming up.
Hopping at the Jeep, drop the top on the seat, feel the breeze, take a drive through the country. Look how much fruit, pan trees and fish there I see. Tell me how me feel hungry. I'm say look on the lush vegetation, what them call bush, yeah, me call that luxury. Step out of the bright sunshine that I glow on my skin, all the rays just a hug me. Oh, what a time to be Jamaican, beauty of the nation. Me come on, the worries fade away. Oh, the dollar might no bossy, but we know say charge a love we count with blessings at the end of every day. No one a nice like yard, no one a nice like yard. When time easy and when time hard, countless trip but we take the broad. In a nice like yard, no one a nice like yard. And if you're proud of your place, what's a dance? If you're Jamaica, you make what's a dance? Here on my feet, take a stroll on the beach, reggae music, a beat like Congo. Can't broke with vibes, yeah, we high, we nice, on the wheels, we are real, till the sun go down. Yeah, we do it and we prove it to them time after time. Anyway, you see black, green and gold, it a shine. Grab your shades, mind your blind, but a skank, but a wine, but a blank, giving thanks, on the river, on the bank, on the beach. That's how we do it, yeah, anyway, we do the vibes and lead. If on a level where them just can't reach, and them marks, so we do it, some things can't teach. Time to be.
This is one of the 2022 entries. No, we're not nice like yard. What do you think of the songs this year? I've been playing them for you. On the road to Jamaica 60. That's what I am doing here for you because I believe that we need to keep things going. The momentum can't just break down. There was an uproar when we heard it wasn't going to happen. Everybody had something to say. Most disgruntled. We couldn't believe how they're not having Jamaica Festival this year and how it just everything going just feel dead. So so now they're having it. What say you? You are here and you are pretty much in the know. Any platform you want, you can get information. If it's news, you can get it out of Jamaica. Anything going on. So we are very informed here. A lot of times we're so informed here that the people back there get the information more delayed. But it's not that they're not in touch. And, you know, the 60 years means a lot to me because I was born, raised in Jamaica, went to school. As an adult, I worked, was able to take care of myself, you know, had experiences. All of those things are coined into the 60. I worked, I paid taxes, you know, and I was blessed. And then there were some challenging moments too. That's a part of the 60. So we're not thinking that 60 has just been days of glory. It has not been. But it is still a part of the historical facts of people and how we have helped to build the nation. I don't know how you see it, whether because you are now living overseas and you feel what happens there need to stay there and you're in your own space now. But whatever happens there affects us some way, shape, or form, as we would say, because we are related to somebody. Somebody there. Yep, we're related to somebody there. So I take it very seriously. Don't forget, last Friday, the play Port Chicago 50, a play about 1944 Port Chicago blast, was kicked off at the Soho Playhouse, and it's one of the West Coast's most moving new dramas. And it is making its off-Broadway debut at the Soho Playhouse. Again, it started last Friday, July 15. Dare to remember, it's July 17th in Port Chicago, California, a cool summer Friday night at a munitions naval base 30 miles north of San Francisco. The year is 1944, and World War II is in full swing. Segregation in the United States is prevalent, and African American sailors are being pushed by their commanders to load tons of dangerous missiles and explosives onto two large munition ships. Not one of these men has been properly trained to handle munitions, yet they are given orders and expected to load huge amounts of the highly dangerous cargo as quickly as possible. At approximately 10:17 p.m., something goes terribly wrong. Explosion after explosion, so fierce it shakes the ground with the force of an earthquake, knocking out windows and shaking buildings as far as East Boulder City, Nevada. What happened next is even more mind-boggling than the explosion itself. Reading the newspaper reports, you are now treading in waters filled with chaos, anger, blame, finger-pointing, and more importantly, guilt. Not one of the officers in the higher ranks are willing to take the responsibility for this tragedy.
Direct from Los Angeles comes Port Chicago 50, a play about black sailors who stood up for justice and equality in 1944. They're heroes, lives that matter. Audiences around the nation are calling this critically acclaimed stage play unbelievable, historic, entertaining, and exciting. Port Chicago 50 opens Friday, July 15th, and performs Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at Soho Playhouse. Tickets are available online at sohoplayhouse.com.
And Dennis Rowe had told me when I reached out to him on Sunday, I asked him, how did it go? He said he had a packed house. And I'm so glad for that. There are persons who had reached out to me and passed it on to people they know who would be interested. And I am hoping that those of you who are listening, you haven't gone to a play in a long time. You're just home, not doing a thing. You could take a trip down and just go enjoy the play. How about that? Breeze out a little bit, man. Go someplace, do something. Live a little bit. The tickets only cost, Jackie had said I use the term only. I don't know why, because I thought that the cost for the ticket was just so reasonable. I think it's $34, and you have to go to the Soho Playhouse.com to purchase your tickets, okay? 7:42 p.m. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez. Good evening, everyone. I'm still on my road to Jamaica 60. And you ready for this one? I love this. I don't mind this one. Some of them are repetitious. I think they need a little more something. But they're okay. What you think? And see, I just spoke about that, right? Boy, I know how to cue up song. Hi, man. Hi.
All proud Jamaicans, wave the black, green, and gold. Now we celebrate.
I am playing them until you know them, man, and you just start sing and show off before somebody that you know the song, right?
Enough for everyone, so help me sing along. This part of we culture we love. Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. We love we country, jump and we dice. I'm a proud Jamaican,
I'm a born Jamaican.
Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. We love we culture, jump and we dice. I'm a proud Jamaican, I'm a born Jamaican. Elders a play and me nose at the chill spot. One crate a beer when the six drop. When we athletes them on the racetrack. In the time that you hear pat cover knock. So it no matter if a sun or you in a the snow. When you see a Jamaican, you we know. Out of many we are one, that's how we stay strong. Jamaica glow so it show. Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. We love the culture, jump and we dance. I'm a pro Jamaican. Yes, I'm a born Jamaican. Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. We love the culture, jump and we dance. I'm a pro Jamaican. I'm a born Jamaican. Alright then, it's the land we love. I saw the thing set. Tourists flying every day for them interest. They love the mountain, the beaches, some invest. Some learn the language and have the world impressed. Nanny, Woggle, Sharps, Garden, Buster, Manley, Marcus Garvey, and we now forget the great Bob Marley. Jamaica and we love Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. We love the culture, jump and we dance. I'm a proud Jamaican. Yes, I'm a born Jamaican. Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. We love the culture, jump and we dance. I'm a proud Jamaican. Yes, I'm a born Jamaican. Jump and rejoice, I'm a pro Jamaican. Yes, I'm a born Jamaican. Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. We love the culture, jump and rejoice. I'm a pro Jamaican. Yes, I'm a born Jamaican. Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. We love the country, jump and rejoice. I'm a pro Jamaican. Yes, I'm a born Jamaican. Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. We love the culture, jump and rejoice. I'm a pro Jamaican. Yes, I'm a born Jamaican.
I love this one. Jamaica nice. I'm a proud Jamaican. Good evening, everyone. It's my road to Jamaica 60. And I have some speech for you right now.
Everybody want lay down, you know. We want the hand cart, cause it's cheap of the drive, cheap of the drive, cheap of the drive hand cart. Hey, the chart now be licensed, the chart now be insured, and the part them easy to get, we just take 2 board from the floor. You don't need no mechanic nor gas. No, sir. No, that is true. And if the hand chart give me the slightest jerk, and it's kill you with the yellow screw. Watch out. You don't need no radiator. No, sir. No shot. Not at all. The only thing we might bung up on it our shoes, our socks. Everybody want things and be my butt. We want a hand chart. Cause it's cheap of the drive. We say cheap of the drive. We say cheap of the drive. One car. We are there now. Yeah, why you money 12 big jacket? Yes, we got it. When it's lucky the gear around down the hill, it faster than 10 Bugatti. You don't need no clutch nor brake. Nor keep me started. Cause when me 2 foot them, I don't rear engine. I don't broke down, me just walk. Come back and watch. Everybody wants a Benz. Everybody wants a Benz. Everybody wants a Benz. Check ma. Well, on there, can't get no failure, no. When we roll up inside our beds, and we the girl them a gone too. But little did you say a signal, them a signal with the car way. Cheap of a drive hand cart. When you say you want Benz, no Benz. When you say you want Beamer, Beamer. When you say you want a
the cockney. The broad Scotch and Irish broke them before you start kill me.
From I born, I never seen out like this yet.
Hot dog, come on, quarters weakness.
Really now, Miss Millie? Same thing could have got so.
The man licked the thieving, mangy, mongrel, non-ambitious dog. And him have all right to do it.
Poor Miss Millie and her dog. Them don't stand a chance. Well, our final category highlight is in the standard English section.
Oh, come on, my fellow people. Let's all join hands and sing praises, 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 praises for our nation. Jamaica is number 1.
I love myself because I am smart. And though I am small, I have a big heart. For one day soon, I will be the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Such talented students. Before we go though, let's throw to this week's crowd favorite from the Herbert Morrison Technical High School performing Cause We Are Dopey.
We just a birthday, so make we enjoy the feast. Now we name alone, make we rest in peace. Cause we are doping at the day and not doping at the night. Put facial, put the living to flight. We are doping at the day and not doping at the night. We got to give you a prize.
That's how we close the curtains on this week's Festival Corner. Tune in next weekend for more exciting performances from another category at the National Finals. And be sure to support the various festival initiatives. The Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, unearthing, developing, showcasing, and preserving the best of Jamaica's culture.
Mix up that one and here, mix up, mix up that one and here, mix up, red, All the many white people, what a mix up, from Africa to China, what a mix up, from Berlin to Rasta, what a mix up, you just say a piece and walk him a mix up, what a mix up, what a mix up.
That's Spalding Primary School. Mix up. Yes, sir. The one year mix up. Counting down.
Don't waste your time on these boys. Yet a girl teacher dead by heart attack. Sir, you're dead now. Fall on trouble bomb. Don't worry yourself. God is proper. All of you stand down. We have a new student joining us. And we all know what we should read.
Mino, sir, Mino, aggression.
I know, sir. Respect. Stand. You must say the word out. What is the challenge? Spell the word respect. I'm in a business if we're going to look here on fire, the principal fire. Right about now, I feel like fire myself. Spell respect. You just want to say you're always a C class. I don't know how you end up in a C class and you're an A student. But it will really mean you ever talk to the principal, you know. Rest down. Spell the word now. I love you. E. Love you. S. Not that boy. Not louder.
But I know. I'm not telling you what
Why you need to watch them bleach out from the top in the course? But all they come to you, I never people in college. I want to go back to the Shut your mouth! Rest down. Hunting. Say love you, man. Alright, what is no? Sir, but I think I really like to say was C. Men they said K because C and K sound alike.
Yes, sir. We want to see, but we don't be at this so.
No! You must say the word out of us. Continue.
See,
Louder, man. I'm a
see.
Wow. Very good. Boys, clean up the class now. Come on, you Jasper.
Would you believe this is Clancarty Primary? Clancarty Primary School. And the girl you're seeing there, she is off the hook. You know them bad woman will have them picnic at school. I just had to share a little of Jamaica's speech, drama and speech for you in their competition. This was actually a 2019 entry, but good. They do a bit of choral speaking. And it's real life how a teacher gets frustrated, how children just don't listen, how they jeer pick me. So here is this little one coming in his glasses, real nerdy, hug up in book, but he's afraid of them. Real life stories. So welcome, wrapping up. Thank you so much for joining me here on the show Inside the Zone this evening, brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Narita Avenue in the Bronx, also Chicago 50. And don't forget to support them. Go on to the Soho Playhouse.com and purchase your tickets to go and see the play. Also, Victoria Mutual Building Society, 300 Cadman Plaza West, 1 Pierpont Plaza, Brooklyn, New York. Please support my sponsors, not to mention Cooler Runnings. Thanks to Chris Wilby of CaribbeanVibesRadio.com for carrying the program, and Touch FM Radio 90.1. Linkage Radio, your budding and buzzing station, 24/7, 365 days for the year. It has been a good evening, an easy, relaxing one, and I'm good with that. Have yourselves a great evening. You know, my weekend begins with you, starting today, but I'm looking forward to being back on Monday to do it all over again. Thanks, everyone. Blessings, all those on my YouTube channel, my YouTube family. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to doing so much more with you. Blessings, everybody. Take it easy, and don't forget, do right all the time.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. The best music for your listening.